Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Wetin the Paper Say on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM and also na Facebook on True Talk FM. This program they look at the different newspaper front page them and analyze the meaning. Stay with me for the next 30 minutes as we will tell you wetin the paper say. May they bring this edition come to you. My name na Elfrida Sam. Welcome back to Wetin the Paper Say na True Talk Radio. My guest for today na Jalo, broadcaster na Afri Radio. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon and thank you for getting me into the studio.
Okay. Well, let me start with the first paper. We are the Awuko newspaper. On the front page now we get 2025 budget where minister being read na the well of parliament on Friday. Then also we get chief minister commission the first Liberia petroleum company na Salone. Then we get partnership statement on the pressing of the Child Rights Act 2024. Now all this we get na the Awuko newspaper. So on this one where we say the 2025 finance budget where the minister being read na the well of parliament on Friday. Yes, Khadija, wetin you think about that? Wetin you go say towards the budget? More where you see it allocate 14.3% to agriculture ministry. You think say this could help for solve the bread and butter issue in the country?
Well, when you talk about the bread and butter issue, you make a member former Minister of Finance, where been later turned to Chief Minister in budget where been called the bread and butter issue. But again, that budget is not being able to solve the bread and butter issue. So you see, when you talk about budgets, looking at the 2025 budget,
yeah.
If you read through the documents where the Minister of Finance being put na parliament or read through na parliament, you go see say it really capture things them way need to be addressed, things that we don't talk on. We one get for do with salary increments,
yeah.
Two get for do with workforce, you get the teachers,
yeah.
and another one get for do with agriculture. We all know say presently in Big Five, agriculture,
yeah.
productivity na in priority. So like up till now, people still wonder as to where are we heading for, because by now we've done the see progress. By now we've done the see. So it's like all ministries, if I stand to be corrected, or almost every ministry plan right now for see how they will for boost agriculture, because that's not president in priority. Just like education, inside the last 5 years, we've been seeing also make education in priority, and then we see how after 1-2 years we see how we kick off. And we've been really see progress when it comes to education. Even though we know go say well, some man go say pass and go for do research. Now we go know say na been quality education But as far as I'm concerned, talking to people, then you know that at least progress was made. So that's the kind of same progress we want for in the agriculture sector. So now that the ministry, they say they get for allocate some 14 point something.
14.3%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good one, because for a country like Sierra Leone, we get a fertile land, and you talk about agriculture, we only you know, rely on imported food, and that one day safe, I think, you know, go down well. So for the new direction government, for let President Bio make them in priority, I think that there must have been some research done. As far as I'm concerned, that should have been done, like research, and know when and how then for go about this feed salon initiative. One, you got to think about what they are going to grow. What's them going for grow? Because they say we able feed we safe. So what are they going to grow? Agriculture is a broad sector. So you got to think about what they are going to grow. You got to think about how long you get for take. But again, I'm also excited because if you look at the 5% tax, maybe they on imported this. That was for some people, when you talk to them, we say that be mistake. You not begin feed yourself it. Then you go put tax. Per rest, what did they bring? Now that make you see say the rest shoot. Exactly. The price of rice shoot up because of that 5% that they put. But now this minister, they say they also go for look at that one day, probably drop them and then see how when we begin forget we own, you know, food and rest. Then they can able for put a tax and then stop, you know, the importation of rice. But for now, I think all decided with the budget, because you also look at salary increment for teachers, that is 15%, and we have our recruitment of 2,000 teachers. We get recruitment of 3,000 health workers. We get recruitment of 1,000 civil servants. Then we get 15% salary increase for the forces. So all of these now are very good things on paper.
So now
the strategies
you capture the exactly point. It's very good on paper how the implementation get for happen. Because if I draw your attention back to the Tomabone, you know, say Tomabone rice project, then we don't launch them. And if we can ask again how far with the Tomabone rice project, the way the minister been they read the budget, he mentioned say then they try for improve agriculture na Tomabone, Bundapi, and also this Mambolo. Now they are the Wetin key area the way the agriculture get for the captured. So the Tomabone project again still inside. As a journalist, make we ask the government Wetin happen with the first project where they launched that Tomabone.
Well, I guess now only probably Chief Minister or Minister of Agriculture.
Now then go answer that question
because we be the do a follow up. Say we President Biogo launch and they be even promised for give about 7,000. You know, work to young people, and of course women them be there at a large portion. But again, we don't know, and that was really our point. All the time we they talk as journalists. I think I be doing a story on them like, are we going to have a feed salon program or project just like the Tomabone project where you go see that it died down? We know the kind of momentum with that one day being get. But that is our responsibility as a government. I am very sure. Or even if they're not doing, but at this point, if you talk about feed salon program, you should have done your research, like I said earlier on. Know what thing go wrong, because Tomabone not to that kind, you know, even then saying they don't to be President Bio in how do I call
in focus
priority exactly, because education are being priority. But now you talk about my priority. If you talk about Tomabone project and then they don't get them right that way, and then you talk about feed salon and extensive project, I think it means a lot to dot your T's and then look at where things went wrong, and you look at what they put in place for CC salon able for me. I'm very sure, not just as a citizen, but even as a journalist, I'm very sure that salon able feed itself. For me as a success and a politician, I can tell you, I don't think that's
but you know, say the big five is it also gets the human capital development, so they don't allocate 14.3% to agriculture. We just hope say they will still focus on the education side, though they don't increase the teachers them salary by 15% and also recruit new teachers them. We hope say no more they no go forget that side, because education for human capital development na the key.
You see what you would forget for understand as a country or as a nation, Now that when you talk about education, it's not just about formal education.
Okay.
It's not
Also,
about
so
people going to
skills
universities.
training. Okay.
It's not about people skill training. For me, at this point, Usawi, they will get so many young people will not get job. And now some man go say, oh, I don't big for go back to school. It takes a lot. Now remember, say Salon a country where we don't go through 11 years civil war. So that time they said it takes some people youth life away. So how can you have somebody again after that go like university or so? We have so many young people. So what do we do? Inside Present Bureau in first 5 years, we are hearing of these TVETs, having vocational centers for trained people. But then that should come from the government. So skill training. If you look at skill training and then you train people, you go see say you go get job for people, and then people go able to employ themselves and even employ other people. But all we focus on education is good. I am not saying it's not good, but all we focus on. Even sometimes when you go to the universities, they don't go teach you technology and innovation or so. Sometimes even laptop they're not in the university.
Exactly.
So how are they going to teach you how you practical teaching on how you for use this technology for do this innovation? So it has to be there. So if you look at it now, just pen on paper, hello, say this, what is this? That is not, for me, that's not the only education that we need in this country. A country where they try for develop. We need young people to be trained. We need skilled people. We need people where they train for do them fashion, cheers them. You train people how to do different things them. When they will even make an export in other countries then. I'm telling you, if we say we depend on only formal education, we get long way for
exactly. Well, now that's made University of Sierra Leone like IPAM. Then look, they focus now on innovation and entrepreneurship. I guess say that's go help a lot now the country. So make the government continue for pay attention to skills training, because even if you done in 4 years, you go kind of the public sector work no day. Pass you get for go back and go learn skills. So students make the skills training go hand in hand with the it's formal education. It will help.
Yeah, it's not even just about the work we not be. Sometimes work can be, but salary not better.
Yeah,
I'm happy that this budget they also look at
15%.
They look at salary increment.
Yeah,
I mean there was a time they were also talking about same job, same salary. I just don't know how to interpret that now, but I not go through the whole speech,
budget,
but I go through and bit by bit and try to analyze and really extensively. And this is our job. Our job is to say what is in the budget for other people they understand. Okay. So if we get a budget like this, I know this is not like the budget if I say when you find a paper, if I say fine, but the implementation. And they probably also go forget money for put all of these things together.
Is it like we they go back to donors them continue for increase the
there are strategies mentioned in the speech where ways them for like get some of them funds here for meet the expectation. So we just hope for the best as we continue to analyze the budget. Let's not just start like that bread and butter budget, and then at the end of the day, I think flowers have not been there. That's why would they go buy flour. So that's not the kind of budget. That's just an aside.
No, we want to see implementation that the 2025 budget, and also where government say they increase the salary for civil servants, make it increase and I hope say when it increase the salary, people then go able for the cater for the needs them, and also able for save small. So make we take the next paper where now A to Z newspaper. The front page here we get Chief Minister Commission Aminata extraordinary fuel storage, and also ACC boss presents 2023 annual corruption report to President Bio. Then we see our Honorable Pesima install orange mobile pole in Tankatopa Chiefdom. Then we also see Usai, the Bank of Salon or criminalize usage of old loans for transaction. So maybe we talk about this this Bank of Salon, we don't criminalize the usage of old loans for transaction. I guess they be don't launch the new money, then we go along and they be don't pull, let's say all money no for day again. And I think say that date don't pass, but we they see them, guides them they pass that the street of Freetown, not only Freetown, let me say all over the country. They say old money, new money are the change, then Bank of Salon don't pull this. So what thing you go say towards that?
Well, I think then just need to raise more awareness because at this point, for me, we understand a bit. There is no way I will accept somebody for giving me all money again because I know say Bank of Salon they don't take them out, so there is no way I will be able to accept that one day. But again, there's self need for continue for gather them money here from people. We get people and probably where they save money at home. So it's a good thing that they don't raise awareness. People need to know say this is not in use anymore, because if you get too money where they that is self again now another reason for make the country to anger bit by bit. So I think it's all about raising awareness and then making sure that people return the old loans for that of the new. And this again, I want to use this opportunity for also add to that as a journalist that you wasted on the listen or the watch way on Facebook that if you get old news, or not accept old news from people. If not, now you go there at loss, because if you go get another person get for all us salon that we all use. So we then say this we need for the program so that we will make we country and sweet again.
Okay. So we also get on this newspaper where say ACC boss don't present 2023 annual corruption report to President Bio when have been Friday in our State House. So ACC they don't need try we they don't start like with the leadership of Francis Ben Kefala. They don't need try for combat corruption, but yet still we they see public officials them we they see waiting they happen within the MDAs them. Then again you don't present another report on corruption. Waiting you will say towards that?
Well, I think my tradition, I think every year I can present annual report to President Bio as by how far corruption issue just sound like violence against women and rape issues. The way cases then they come up now, they compare to the term way better awareness on being there.
Okay.
So we like for example, we civil society organization and government turn eye to violence against women and rape. You see say get that momentum and people we are coming up.
Yeah, okay.
So not just the same as corruption issues. Exactly.
Okay.
So it's not like corruption not been there. Me and you there. Exactly. Me and you there.
We don't say we don't there.
We don't there.
Yeah.
But we not be there yeah no more so. Okay. So the reason why you there now say this person involved in it's because government the feds at least for minimize corruption at the country. But with all of the reports, then fighting corruption are even one of the reasons why we get this MCC or we get for because money gets for we get this MCC money wait for cam for water for light
for light
exactly. So now one of the reasons then and if you remember the time again I think 2022 or so where we've been past the corruption
the corruption
index because of the way our salon don't they put on together for fight corruption. So I think it's a continuous process, but I also want you to know say when somebody is not educated there is no way they involve in corruption. So now only people we get education
and then
they corrupt.
Okay.
So it's about still continue with the fight against corruption.
The fight against corruption not get for end.
So going back to the 2025 budget, when they talk about the salary, now one of the business.
Okay.
Let me tell you, the 2025 budget it capture a lot of things. When are just reality of the day. Now you talk about salary increment. We get some people the way they work. I'm telling you, it's 800 news. In a certain color that new money, it's 800,000.
800 new.
Now 800 the game. Because I have the minimum wage.
The minimum wage.
Then you are working for 1 month. Then you get for pay transport. You get for do this. Hey, my sister, if you go see that brown envelope, then give you 5 million, 10 million. Go take them. But then if you get salary, I'm working.
Like we're pleasing when you
not pleasing per se. I know exactly. But you go cater for the month exactly. Or even if not 100%. But let you go a bit. But we expect me for use 800,000 per transport if you don't know. So how corruption? How then we fight corruption? So let's move forward. We begin out initiative them. We go add, whether to salary or other ways them. Where if you say workers them go at least be a bit satisfied, because nobody is satisfied, but
At
a
all.
bit, satisfied with what they get, then you can see the reduction of corruption. But if not, I think they have done a lot, and this now tradition, and we continue to fight corruption.
We just hope say the fight against corruption will continue, and as they continue, make the one day way fall victim, like make them try for being cancel book, because if they throw back to is it parentally with the clerk of parliament where they hold for that corrupt act. I think we just get a report say he funds so money where them present like we not see there after anything happen. So that's it. That's just the fight against corruption.
So for clear that one day again, one thing about corruption, like, well, God forbid, because I know, even if I'm not gonna say I'm not corrupt, but forget no. So even if, let's say I've been found wanted for corrupt practices, what did they do? If I come, suffer one, I can't pay all. There is no need again for go to me in court, because I don't pay all what active. So I guess that's a similar situation.
Okay.
So if you know say this now you don't take from government whatever, then you decide for pay without 1 penny left. You remember the issue of them contractors them?
Yes.
I think for is it road or water? We've been taking that plenty money. I see them pay. Once you don't pay, when you don't pay everything, I don't think there is any other need. Now that make them go to in a court for fair way for you pay back government money. So probably now that make you know the area of them cases. You don't have to pay and then they lock you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so make we talk about this Liberia gas station where Chief Minister alongside with Minister of Communication, Civic Education being launched on Saturday, saying that the first Liberia gas station down in a salon. It also there on the front page of A to Z. So what you get for say towards the new gas station?
Yeah, Anwata and Sons. If not the first journalist them, but I was one of the first journalists them we be know of that project even before them okay so because I be they talk with the manager and they will be they do some publication for them and they really get good plans. Yeah.
They so really get for tackle with fear crisis.
Yeah, they really get good plans and talk about the corporate social responsibility. I think they be done even the app even before they launch. Then we get some certain organizations and we
in the app small.
Yes, and Amnata and Sons not to just small petroleum agency, but I mean they're well established now Liberia and coming back then decide for cancer loan. And well, the plans on interview we are good from the manager. We just hope say things will continue because when you get companies where you get institutions like this, business people, they hope for make them boost the economy. So that's what we want to see, and they talk about giving back to Sierra Leoneans in their own little way. As also like give and take. For me, the way anybody we can you can't for can do business is about not all philanthropists to themselves now profits. So you get for look at how much they get for they get for make and then how much they get for left, and then that's how you weigh people for know whether. But in terms of infrastructure, we get for profits because there must be 1 or 2 houses. And you talk about job,
yes,
employment,
employment
for thousands of people. Exactly. So I think that I boost for Australians.
Alright, so we take the next newspaper when the Global Times newspaper, the front page here they say no new tax in 2025 budget. Finance Minister says tourism minister takes tourism to higher heights. Then we get Sierra Leone ambassador to Senegal present letter of credence to President Faye. Then Jabez Rogers Wright appointed MD of NIC. So now this we get for the Global Times. So make we talk on this tourism minister take tourism to higher heights. They say like is it in your first term as Minister of Tourism? You don't try for you don't host the UN tourism. So Wetin you go say towards this?
Talking about tourism again, we will see some. Is it 50 people we come or delegation we come?
Yeah, for the
tourism exactly. And no, not this, even before the regional conference.
Okay, now
or
this
after the
recent
regional,
one will
exactly,
happen now.
when I go meet President Bio.
Yeah.
But for me, when you talk about tourism, you get for tackle and force locally before you think about international tourism.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, before we come to the tourism, when these people come, when tourism they come, now business they can do.
Exactly.
They are not coming to now profit they can for can make.
Profit.
So whatever establishment they want for can do, but I think we need for focus on we local tourism.
Yeah, okay.
We need for put structures in place, or the ministry need for look at how it go able for strengthen the with tourist area them locally first. Now that one day first, because if international tourism come, then to say, well, we are lacking in so many areas.
So many areas.
When they try for put all them things them together, then go for make more money.
Yeah.
And when they make more money, then they make more profit, and then we will benefit somehow. But again, it has to do with policies. You get good policies where they make sure say the whatever resource they don't mismanage manage them.
Okay.
That is another way. You don't forget tourism, but if you get good policies them, around tourism, we're gonna make sure say the one them wicked for day before. You talk about corruption, it will be corruption free, and you talk about resource mismanagement, no good day, but it all depends on how them put the materials together for CC. We get the right people to come, and then we invest in our own local tourism. You think about tourist hire. You think about international tourism, but then if you don't make your side,
at least we need for improve on we local tourism. So when the people then come, then go see say like we don't already start for do the work, so like then go just help with small. And if you think like Salon get beautiful sites them where we just need for work on, try for make them attractive to tourists them when they come. So Fambul members say they listen and watch the program Wetin the paper say. For now we will go for short break, and when we come back we will continue. Okay, welcome back to Wetin the paper say on True Talk Radio and also on Facebook at True Talk FM. Me na Elfrida Sam and my guest today na Khadija Jalod, broadcaster na the Africa Radio. Welcome back. We take the next paper when at the Standard Times newspaper, and we look at the front page where say destruction of Magai campus for parking lots. Office of Vice President implicated. So now this we get now the front page of Standard Times. So quick one, make we just talk about the destruction of the Magai campus, or where Vice President implicates.
Well, we don't know what the story says for the office of the Vice President, and I'm not going to look for talk on dignities like that one. The one
it's centered around this Magai for Brooklyn campus for make parking lots. And if you think back, Magai they know they get, I think at Brookfield's campus don't they get this land issue. So I think say no they don't resolve to this one for and for make parking lots.
I think that is an in-house decision, and I think I don't know, I've not been there and I don't know the issue per se, but I think if they try to get a parking lot, then I think that's an in-house decision. And talking about university, talking about colleges, they need space, because students they need for get I don't know more. When you go to other countries like I go one time to Kenya, where you go to State University, like how FBC getting small seats there. Then if you see it was they want they all night now we call tourism. But then side then you go plant fine to get no more around the inside and the university then you get beautiful lights them under. Now then they attract people them. Like when you get international, people coming. Then go to University of Sierra Leone, then go see them. It gives them, it gives them more
joy.
Exact, not just joy.
Oh,
it gives them more assurance for
come
put
back.
the money and all of that. But in Sierra Leone, the habit of how do I even put it, like, for really put money. Usa we say the money for go.
Yeah,
now we get problem. So having this, I think I don't, like I say,
we not invest. Usa we need for invest.
Exactly. Okay. So we just need for the maintain.
Okay.
If we maintain, but again, now we can spoil. Even when people they try for make, now we go spoil.
Yeah, say that the I don't know the common Salomon in own perspective than they say ends that government. Now we all get so like the care knocking they some man just the user and the way he wants for user.
Now you even talk about them bosses that we've been there.
Yeah, the worker fine.
Not a worker fine. Unless you them. They see any of them.
No.
Them bosses then we've been campus how many? They say never. Who say pack? Who say not pack? What they do? How they do? This is Sierra Leone. So we really need policies. Them we to go back. We really need for the take we own
them serious.
Instead of when now it's man talk now. Oh, everybody they now have.